Okay, now, again, today we're going to concentrate on questions 1 through 9. If you can do 1 through 9, you can do everything. And you're trying to evaluate how you're doing. If you got number 1 right, you got number 2 right, you got number 3 right, you got number 4 right, everything's going well. As soon as you don't understand something, now's the time to ask. Because if you're having trouble today, you're going to have trouble tomorrow. Because we're going to have to get common denominators tomorrow. Is everybody with me on this?
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Now, as we were saying, common denominators, all right, common denominators are present in all of these fractions. So all you have to do is be careful. All right. Number 1, if I said 3/6 plus 5/6, everybody in here should be able to tell me that's just what? 8/6. Right? So let's go ahead and write that as 8/6, and then we can reduce it to what? 4/3. Now, today I want to make kind of an exception because I said we're going to leave things as improper fractions. Right? When you're dealing with adding and subtracting fractions, most of the time we're dealing with mixed fractions as we can. All right, is everybody with me on this? All right. So in this situation, I want you to just go ahead and tell me the answer is what? 1 1/3. All right. And again, I'm not asking you to think too much on that because everything is pretty easy. All right. You should be able to tell me quickly that 4/3 is the same as 1 1/3. If not, you raise your hand and I can explain it, review it with you, and you're good. Anybody have any issues with number 1 so far? All right. Now let's take a look at question number 2. All right. Now again, here's where we run into some problems. The plus and the minus. I want you to handle the plus and minus by rewriting it. A plus and a minus next to each other always means what? Minus. So I want you to write down 2/9 minus 4/9. And 2/9 minus 4/9 is? You're exactly correct. So there we have it, -2/9. All right. Anybody have any issues? Yes, sir. Well, hold on. Let me just go through. Let me just go around the room. All right. I'll start calling on people. All right. But I first want to make sure everybody's got the general idea here. All right. Now I'm on question number 3. All right. 4/12 minus 10/12.
-6/12.
Yeah, it's just literally because they have common denominators, you're just subtracting. 4 minus 10. 4 minus 10 is,
-6.
yes, -6/12.
Which would be negative.
And of course, we always reduce -1/2. All right, always are reducing. All right, now, here's where we start. Well, not quite, almost. All right, so number 4 should be pretty simple. You just have to tell me what 8 minus 11 is. 8, -3. So I end up with -3/15. And of course, that reduces everybody to -1/5. Everybody should be in good shape on that. And again, there's nothing I can do if you're not going to say, help me out. I'm not sure what you're doing. You good? Come on now, don't be afraid, because tomorrow is the hard day. Today is the easy day.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is when the denominators are different. All right? It's not hard at all. Okay, now for question number 5, we're going to review, because some kids in last class, what they did is they converted everything to an improper fraction, and that's not what I want.
Oh, you add the...
No, you know, just watch. I promise you, it's so simple. It's so simple. Now, generally, what I tell kids is I would want you to stack the fractions on top of each other. So I would say 3 3/8 plus 6 5/8. Now, this one's easy because it's all just what? Adding. Correct, Hunter? So what is, if I add that, you should just be able to mentally tell me that's what. Now, I don't want the answer. I want when you add the fractions, what do you get? No, Hunter, go.
It'll be 8/8.
How did you get 8/8? Well, I mean, that there, I got that, but there's also 3 and 6. You see what I'm saying? You have to add these as well, true?
Yeah,
So you would say, when I add that, I end up with what?
Doing full answer
I want you to tell me it's 9 and 8/8. That's what I want you to tell me.
or
So it's
10?
9 and 8/8. All right. Now, of course, I know. All right. Everybody in here knows what 8/8 is. 8/8 is 1. So my final answer after all that was just what? Was just 10. All right. That's what I'm thinking everybody should be able to tell me. All right. That wasn't that bad. What?
Wait, did you just round up? That's why you did 10.
What is 8 divided by 8?
Yeah.
9 plus 1. Right. All right. Now, the one thing I want you to do is on your paper here, do me a favor. This is the one time in which these between, there's no sign. It means to do what? Add them. Does everybody agree with me on that?
Yes.
All right. When you have a mixed fraction, it's the whole number plus the fraction, not the whole number times the fraction. And a lot of kids make a mistake on that. All right. So be careful with that. All right. Now, question number 6. All right. This should be relatively easy. All right. Because we're simply adding 2 plus 8, which is, and now 1/6 plus 3/6 is, yes. So we're going to say 10 and 4/6. Yes, we got it. We got it. But right now, we have 10 and 4/6. And then every time you do a fraction, you always just look to see if you can reduce. And I know everybody in here can reduce 10 and 4/6. All right. I know that's not the issue. The issue is adding and subtracting positives and negatives. That's what the issue is. All right. Now I feel pretty good about that introduction. We're going to go ahead and try 7 now, because here's where people make lots of mistakes. So it's S minus T. So what is S, Jack?
2 7.
2/7. Now, here's where most people make a mistake. It's 2/7 minus, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in there because I don't want you to make the mistake. 2/7 minus what? Negative 3/7. That's what I want you to be familiar with.
And it'd be plus.
Does everybody see that, right?
Yes, so that would be
Plus, so it'd be
Yeah,
plus.
so again, remember the two negatives next to each other make it the positive. All right, so I would prefer that you just go ahead and rewrite this as, 2/7 plus 3/7, and we all know that's what? That's not the issue. The issue was the double negatives. If you don't write out the double negatives, you'll accidentally make a mistake and leave it out. All right?
Is it okay if you wrote 2/7 plus 3/7?
I want you to write 2/7 plus 3/7. Those of you guys who know are in good shape as far as the double negatives go. I don't ever write minus a negative. All right? Because there's lots of ways to make mistakes. If you have a double sign, change the double sign right off the bat. That's in my opinion. All right? So on number 8, so we would look at number 8 and say that's negative 4/7. Now, again, it's minus t, correct? So it'd be minus a what? Negative. So instead of writing the minus the negative, we're going to go ahead and put a plus 3/7. So now, negative 4/7 plus 3/7 is?
1. Negative 1 7.
Yes, negative 1/7. All right, you have to be careful. All right. All right, I don't think that's that bad. All right, I don't think that's bad. All right. Now, what I want to do is number 9. So let's figure out what R is. R again is what?
Negative 4 7.
Negative 4/7. And then minus, what's S?
2 7.
2/7. So we don't have double negatives this time. So we're just looking at negative 4/7 and negative 2/7, which is
Negative 6 7.
negative 6/7. Now take a look at that. Make sure you're good.
It wouldn't be okay.
Right? And then we can kind of cross out the word problems for 10 and 11. Like I said, we'll be doing that next week.
Wait, what about the word problems for that last?
say? Word problems. We're going to kind of silence the word problems for now. All next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to do word problems with fractions. All right, and then Friday we're taking the test. All right, you can disregard the word problems right now. I think it's more important to just concentrate on the process. All right, now with my last class we did the odds, so I'm going to go ahead and knock out the evens with you. All right, Caroline, you're up. Number 12.
Okay,
Tell me what that reads.
5, 6 plus negative 4, 6.
But I don't let people say that. I just want them to say 5, 6 what? Shh. Stop talking. Go.
5, 6 plus negative 4, 6.
Nope. The plus and the negative make what? You're not wrong. I just don't want you to write double signs anymore.
Oh, okay.
You just say 5, 6 what?
Plus 4, 6.
So a plus and a minus is a plus?
No,
It's a what?
it's a negative.
Yeah. Perfect. So it's 5, 6 what?
5, 6 plus negative. Wait. I'm confused.
I know. That's why you look up.
Oh, 5, 6 minus 4, 6.
That's all, girl. Right?
Okay.
You agree with me?
Probably looking
Shh,
at
no. We don't need to correct anybody. All right, we're moving forward. Moving forward. All right? If you're understanding, I'm going on. If you don't understand, you raise your hand and say, give me some help. So the answer is what?
1, 6.
Yes, beautiful. 12, the answer is 1/6. What?
Wait, I was just wondering, how come you took away the plus sign?
Did you hear the whole conversation just now?
I did. But
And what did I say? What did you say? What did I say with a plus and a minus?
It's a
That's why it changed.
Oh, so you just took it away.
Just like when there's two negatives. What do I change the two negatives to?
Positive.
That's the reason. All right, that is the reason. All right, here we go. 14. All right. You're up. How would I write 14?
14 minus 5 over 14.
Thank you for listening. 3 over 14 minus 5 over 14. Now, I'll be happy if you can tell me what that is.
It would be 2 over 14.
Ooh, close. You're not wrong. When I say close, it means you're off by a positive or a negative. What is it? What's 3 minus 5? You have $3. You owe me 5. There you go. Think in terms of money. Think in terms of money. So now, negative 2/14. Now, to what? Thank you. Yeah, so just tell me. You don't have to. Negative 1. I know what you meant. Don't worry about it. I got you. I know what you mean. All right, negative 1/7. All right, negative 1/7. All right, Miles. Let's hear 16. What are we doing on 16?
5 1/4 plus 5 1/4.
Whoa, 17. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally wrong. We're doing the evens. I'm sorry. 16. Sorry, 16. All right, so yes, you're correct. That would be what?
That would be 10 2/4.
You're awesome. 10 2/4, which is the same as 10 1/2. Nice. Nothing to it. All right, Allison. 18. Talk to me about 18. No. I'm not saying, I want to hear step by step. I don't want just the answer. What's 2/15 minus 7/15? Because you're right. What was 2 minus 7? Yeah, but not positive 5. Yeah, come on, girl. You got this. Negative 5 is correct. Yeah, you were correct. I just want to go through the motions. All right? I want everybody to tell me. All right, Kate. Where are we at? 20, so I don't make another mistake here. Oh, you got an easy one, girl. Tell me, what do we got? Perfect. What is that now? Now think about this. Think about money. You owe your mom $1 and you owe your dad $4. You see what I'm saying, right? It's easy with money. All right? Everybody knows that. You owe 5. So what's my final answer? Yes, nice work. -1. All right, Caroline. You ready? 22. Double negatives. What do I do? Yep. So here we go. Now here's how I want this. 2 and 12/13 plus 7 and 10/13. That's how I like it. You don't have to do it that way. I'm just saying I like to do it that way. All right? But you're in control.
So 7 plus 2.
Good job, girl. 7 plus 2 is what?
9.
That's what I thought.
And then 12 plus 10 is 22. And then over 13.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
And then you do 10 into 22. Or 22 goes into 10.
How are we doing 10?
Or 20, 13, I mean.
There you go. Don't be sorry. Good, that's why I'm asking.
It would be 1, so you'd do 10 and 9 are left over, so 9 and 13.
You're awesome, girl. Awesome. Good jobs, guys. I really appreciate you not correcting someone and let me do it. Because everybody's a little nervous. You know, you say something accidentally, whatever. Let them fix it. All right? I'm trying to figure out how much everybody knows. All right? Everybody gets a shot. All right? Now, I am saying that if you don't know how to do it, instead of sitting there like a little mouse, scared that I'm going to call on you, be bold. Raise your hand. Say, give me some help. I don't know what's going on. Right? There's no reason to sit there if you don't know something. Speak up. Absolutely speak up. It's boring to sit there and just write what I'm saying. All right? You should be way ahead of me. All right? Anybody having any questions with 10 and 9/13? That's kind of the tricky one. You good or not?
I mean,
You listen, you either know or you don't.
I don't.
So where are you stuck at? Let's start with that. Are you having trouble with 9 here?
Yeah.
Come on now. 7 plus 2 is what?
Well, how did you get the 10? I guess
That's what we're trying to figure out. So I'm gonna make sure I'm right here. So you're totally fine with that answer so far. All right? So now it's just a matter of understanding this means 9 plus 22 over 13. Did you know that? Right? You do know that, right? Now you should be saying that 9 plus 1 and 9/13. Do you understand that? Because 13 goes into 22 one time. And now what do I do with the 9? Yeah, there you go. See, no reason to sit and not know something. No reason, even if I'm going to fuss at you. And I'm going to for 2 years. So you might as well get used to it. All right? Don't be weak. Be strong. If you don't know something, speak up. Help me out here, man. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. All right? Now, that is 22. All right, now we're going to try 24. Now we're going to look at y minus z. Catherine, what's y?
Y is 2 over 9.
Minus.
Negative 4 over 9, so that would be plus.
Yay, that's how you should be saying it. Final answer. Well, I mean, Adam.
6 over 9.
Reduce it.
So that would be 2 over 3.
Look, guys, it should be that simple for you. It should be that simple. Anybody have any issues? What?
Oh, I was just saying if it was 24.
Yeah, that's number 24, right? The next one is?
26.
26. All right. 26. Let's see what you can do. What's x? Well, you can look up on my board if you want.
What happens when you're once you
Finish.
elapse it?
That's okay. You can look up. You're okay. Don't worry about it. Just let's do it together. Go.
So
What's x?
x is -5.
You're awesome. -5/9.
And then
minus, what's z?
C is -4
So what do? The double negatives become a,
plus.
is that good with you?
Mhm.
All right. Plus 4/9 equals,
It's -1.
simple. Good job. Very, very good. All right, -1/9. Anybody having an issue? All right, here we go. Now the fun problems. We're on 30. All right, I want to know what's the distance from -5/8 to 1/8. Who can tell me what the distance from -5/8 to 1/8 is? Tell me.
-1/2.
What?
Wait.
Shh, don't
Oh, wait, what number are we on?
30.
30. Don't look at your answer. Just listen to me now, because I'm trying to see your thinking. I'm not even saying you're wrong, right? First of all, you're almost correct.
I did it like -5. -5/8 minus 1/8.
All right, now listen to me. I'm going to draw something on the board that it's going to help you always get these right from now on. So I need everybody to look up on the board. You don't have to do number 30. You have to let me explain number 30. So put your brains up on the board, eyes up on the board. Look up. All right, I don't want you writing this. I don't want you trying to figure it out, even though most of you might know how to do it. But I'm going to show you how you find the distance between 2 points. First of all, this point right here, I'm going to call as -5/8. Then this point right here is going to be -4/8. The next one's going to be what?
-3/8.
-3/8, -2/8, -1/8. Uh-oh. Then what?
1 positive. No, 0.
0.
And 1.
And then 1/8. All right, so now everybody take a look at that. Thank you. Sorry, man. Bad day. All right, so now the question is, how far is it from here to here? From -5/8 to 1/8? How far is it from -5/8 to 1/8? Well, instead of telling me the answer, I still just want you to listen, even though you're probably right. Here's how I think it should be done. Because you're on opposite sides of 0, do you understand what I mean on that?
Yes.
Right? Now watch what I'm trying to show you now. Please watch what I'm trying to show you. And some of you guys aren't watching because I can see your hands going on your iPads. I don't care about the answer. Right now I'm trying to teach you about thinking. You don't need your iPad to think. All right, so look up. So my question to you is, how far is it from -5/8 to 0? How far? 5 what?
5/8.
Yes, but I like what you said, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this. The distance from here to here is 1 tick mark, right? Or 1 unit, right? And this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, right?
Right.
So I've moved how many units?
5.
5 units. But each unit has its own measurement. Each unit is measured by what? 1/8. Thank you. That is correct. 1/8. So if I move 5 of those units, I've moved how much?
5/8.
5/8. So you should be able to tell me from here to 0 is 5/8. And then from 0 to 1/8 is what?
1/8.
1/8. So altogether you've walked what?
6/8.
You've walked 6/8.
3/4.
And then you simplify it to what?
3/4.
3/4. Now I could tell you the distance between 2 points is the absolute value of their difference, but I don't care about that. I would much prefer you think about it as a number line and say, how do I get from here to here? All right, that's how I want you to think about it. All right. Now again, there are shortcuts, but right now I wanted to show you that because I think that's super important. All right. So that was number what? 30. So now we're going to look at number 32. Now I want you to try to visualize what I said. Visualize what I said. You don't have to even make the number line, but you should be able to understand what I was saying. So from -1/2 to 3/8. Hunter, how much is that?
Wait, I don't know -1/8.
I'm asking you from -1/8 to 3/8. is what? What's the distance? Go ahead, tell me. 4/8. Because you're starting at -1 and you're going to 0. And then you're going from 0 to what? 3. That's a total of what? 4. But we're counting by what? 8s. So I would like everybody just say that's obvious. 4/8, which is the same as what?
1/2.
Beautiful. All right. Now here we go. 34. I'm going to write this down. This one's the hard one. -2 9/10 minus 9 9/10 minus 6 9/10. Now, does everybody see I changed the what? The plus minus to a what? Minus. Now, in your brain right here, you should be saying, am I adding them or subtracting them because they got a bunch of minus signs, so it looks like I'm going to do what? Subtract them, but we're really going to do what? Add them because they're all what?
Negative.
They're all negative. Now, in my opinion, because we are adding them, I know the answer is going to come out to be a positive or a negative. Ben, what's the answer? It's going to be a negative. So write negative. Now what you do is you count the whole numbers. So you would be counting what? 2, 9, and 6. And what's that? Yes. So I've got -17 to start out. Now I'm adding tenths. I have 27 tenths. Beautiful.
Wait, you divided by 2.
Now, hold up. Now listen to what I'm saying. You can't have a mixed fraction with an improper fraction. So everybody in here is perfectly capable of telling me quickly what 27/10 is. 27/10 is the same as
2 and 7.
2 7/10. So my final answer is
19 and
no.
Not 17.
No.
negative 19.
Yeah, don't forget the negative. That's the biggest mistake kids make, is they forget the negatives. So here we have, after all that trouble, we have -19 and what? 7/10. All right. Now, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, this is the time when I say I would prefer it would be as a mixed fraction. In the past, I've told you when I write as improper, improper, improper. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
But when you're adding and subtracting fractions, it's much easier to add them as mixed fractions than it is as improper fractions. So again, I hope you understand what I'm saying on this. All right. Now, today, in my opinion, was a very good lesson. It's a great review for tomorrow, which is a little bit difficult, unless, of course, you know how to get common denominators. All right. So let me hold this. Let me go ahead and save this now. And everybody else, just finish up the odds.